It appears Unrivaled has gotten its answer, and Caitlin Clark is out.
Unrivaled just announced their rosters for this upcoming season while simultaneously pulling off the biggest troll.
I can't believe this. Caitlin Clark just stunned everyone by rejecting a massive $2 million offer from a rival league, leaving fans totally shocked and absolutely speechless.
This was the November 20th deadline that, if you guys remember a few weeks ago, Nafisa Collier said that by November 20th, all the players would be announced and we would get the official lineups for each team.
ESPN has officially broken the stunning update, sparking confusion and concern among basketball enthusiasts about what truly went wrong. For several months, the Unrivaled League had teased Caitlin Clark's potential involvement, but now the organization's entire future hangs in uncertainty. Could her unexpected move deal a serious setback to their long-awaited debut season? Stay tuned, this is massive.
Unrivaled did the funniest thing last night that got a lot of us hooked.
It's now confirmed, and fans can hardly believe it. Caitlin Clark, widely celebrated as the shining star of women's basketball, has rejected what many have dubbed the opportunity of a lifetime. Picture this, a staggering $2 million for only 10 weeks of competition. That's not just groundbreaking money, it's a monumental moment for women's sports. And yet, she still turned it down. So, what could possibly be driving her decision?
Last night, Unrivaled put out this letter where they said, "Dear management, what might seem like an average Wednesday in November is in fact a momentous occasion. Okay. A momentous occasion for those who follow women's professional basketball. Please excuse blank from 11 a.m. to 11:22 a.m. Eastern Time so that they can watch Unrivaled's basketball club selection presented by State."
From the very beginning, Unrivaled aimed to completely transform women's basketball into something faster, flashier, and far more dynamic, a 3-on-3 league overflowing with energy, creativity, and undeniable star power. Right from the start, Caitlin Clark was positioned as the heart and face of the entire project. The league crafted its entire marketing strategy around her presence, teasing fans with clues tied to her legendary number 22 and releasing cryptic promos that practically screamed, "Clark is coming." But when the official roster finally dropped, her name was nowhere to be seen. Then ESPN dropped a shocking update: Caitlin Clark wouldn't be joining Unrivaled after all. The broadcast repeatedly emphasized the time 11 a.m., and closed out with another reminder, 11 to 11:22 a.m. Eastern Time, leaving everyone wondering what was really going on. The interesting part about the Unrivaled League is how they handle their player reveals. Whenever a new player is about to be announced, they always drop a short teaser or cryptic promo first. The league has built a reputation for creating mystery, hidden clues, and playful Easter eggs, encouraging fans to speculate and predict who might be the next star joining Unrivaled's roster. Let's take a closer look at everything that unfolded, because there's a lot packed into this situation. Unrivaled was hyped as the next big thing in women's basketball, a fast-moving, high-energy, 3-on-3 league showcasing innovation and star talent. Caitlin Clark was intended to be its central figure. The league structured its entire promotional campaign around her, dropping subtle hints about her jersey number and teasing fans with messages like, "Clark is coming," building hype for months. Yet, when the official roster was released, her name was nowhere to be found. Shortly after, ESPN confirmed the surprising news: Caitlin Clark declined Unrivaled's $2 million offer. Reports indicate the league proposed $2 million for just 10 weeks of play, roughly $200,000 per week, while the average Wnba player makes around $120,000 annually. On top of that, Clark was supposedly offered an ownership share in the league, giving her a stake beyond just playing. So why would she turn down a deal like that? Timing played a huge role in Clark's choice. Her calendar is already loaded with endorsement deals, speaking gigs, and Wnba responsibilities. Fitting in a 10-week Unrivaled season could have been simply too demanding. On top of that, the league's schedule overlaps with major events like NBA All-Star Weekend, which Clark is expected to attend. So, scheduling alone might have made participation impossible. However, timing wasn't the only consideration. Some insiders suggest her decision points to broader concerns about Unrivaled itself. While the league is new and exciting, it remains unproven. For a global star like Clark, joining an untested venture may have felt too risky. Even the offered ownership stake carried uncertainty. Equity is appealing, but if the league struggles or folds after a season or two, that ownership could end up worthless. Ultimately, Clark likely decided the financial rewards didn't justify the potential risks. Fan outrage has been intense. Social media erupted with shock, frustration, and disappointment over the situation. Many followers feel Unrivaled's marketing was misleading. The league even left 2 wildcard roster spots open, which led fans to assume they were saved for Clark and another top player, like a Wilson. When those names never appeared, people accused the league of a bait-and-switch tactic. One fan tweeted, "Clark was their ace. They revealed too soon and now they're empty-handed." Looking at the broader perspective, this goes beyond just a single player or league. It serves as a reality check for women's sports. Launching a new league is challenging, even with big-name stars and heavy hype. Critics claim that Unrivaled promised more than it could deliver before securing marquee players like Clark. Now, with the inaugural season just weeks away, the league faces a tough road to regain trust, attract sponsors, and prove it can thrive without its intended centerpiece. As for Clark, her decision appears highly calculated. Being one of the most marketable athletes in women's sports, she has the luxury to choose carefully. By declining Unrivaled, she's safeguarding her schedule, reputation, and long-term brand value. Yet, many fans view it as a missed chance to further elevate the women's game. Looking ahead for Unrivaled, names like Wnba Wilson and Lexi Hull are still on board, providing star power, but none on Clark's level. The league now must rethink its marketing strategy, rebuild fan trust, and find new ways to capture attention before the season kicks off. Without Clark, the stakes, and pressure, are higher than ever. This inaugural season was meant to revolutionize women's basketball, yet now its outlook seems uncertain. The broader significance lies in Clark's choice, which casts a spotlight on the current state of women's sports. A $2 million offer for a brief season is remarkable, but when compared to what male athletes earn for similar commitments, it underscores the persistent pay gap. Even for a superstar like Caitlin Clark, her hesitation reflects the ongoing challenges surrounding equality, stability, and opportunity in women's professional athletics. Ultimately, this moment isn't just about a single contract, it represents the growing pains of a movement striving to reshape the future of women's basketball. As the dust begins to settle, one thing remains evident. The story is far from finished. Caitlin Clark's decision has ignited a much larger discussion about the future of women's basketball and the impact of emerging leagues like Unrivaled. Can the league recover and establish itself as a legitimate contender in the sports world, or will it serve as a warning about the challenges of building a brand new league from the ground up? Let's examine what Clark's choice truly signifies, not just for Unrivaled, but for women's sports overall. What Unrivaled aimed to accomplish was more than launching another league, it sought to redefine the landscape of women's basketball entirely. The ambition was clear and daring. Unrivaled aimed to introduce a fast-paced, 3-on-3 style that felt closer to streetball, quicker, edgier, and tailored for today's shorter attention spans. The concept was crafted to appeal to both die-hard basketball fans and casual viewers who might usually skip traditional games. On paper, it seemed like a clever, modern spin on the sport, but in practice, it remains untested, exactly why having someone like Caitlin Clark was crucial for credibility. Without her, Unrivaled now faces an identity challenge. Who will step up as the league's flagship star? Talented players such as Wnba Wilson and Lexi Hull are strong assets, but they lack the same global influence and mainstream recognition. Clark is more than just a player, she's a full-fledged brand. Her involvement alone could have attracted major sponsors, drawn in new fans, and generated significant media buzz. Without her, much of that momentum is lost. The financial implications are significant. The $2 million offer wasn't merely a salary, it was a strategic investment. Unrivaled was counting on her star appeal to drive viewers, advertisers, and overall credibility. With that plan falling through, recapturing that level of attention will be extremely difficult. One of the league's key missteps during its rollout was its marketing approach, which led fans to assume Clark was already part of the roster. The league rolled out mysterious teasers, including a 22-minute promo hinting at her jersey number, making it seem like Clark's signing was guaranteed. When her name was absent from the official roster, fans felt deceived, with many labeling it a bait-and-switch, an impression that could tarnish the league's reputation for years. So why did Clark turn it down? Declining a $2 million offer is never a casual choice. For her, it wasn't about the money, it was about safeguarding her brand, legacy, and long-term ambitions. Joining an unproven league posed significant risk, especially while she's already excelling in the WNBA and expanding her off-court empire with high-profile endorsements. Her decision also shines a light on a broader issue, the persistent pay gap in sports. Even though $2 million is a landmark figure for women's basketball, it still falls short compared to what male athletes earn for comparable commitments. If emerging leagues like Unrivaled hope to draw elite players, they'll need to provide more than just big contracts. They must deliver stability, credibility, and a clear long-term vision. For Unrivaled, the inaugural season is still slated for January, but regaining fan trust will require significant effort. A strategic approach would be to highlight the talent they already possess. Players like Wilson, for instance, are exceptional and boast a dedicated following. By promoting her effectively, the league could still generate substantial attention. Additionally, they can capitalize on what sets them apart, the 3-on-3 format. It's fast-paced, thrilling, and distinct from the WNBA or other professional leagues, emphasizing energy, creativity, and a fresh take on the game. Unrivaled still has the potential to draw in a new generation of fans seeking something different. However, the path forward is challenging. The league has already suffered a hit to its credibility and now must deliver actual high-quality action rather than relying on hype. If they can showcase intense competition and create games that fans can't miss, there's a chance to regain support, but the stakes are high. On the other hand, Caitlin Clark's career keeps ascending. By declining Unrivaled, she's signaling a focus on long-term growth. She's not just competing on the court, she's building a lasting legacy. With major partnerships like State Farm and numerous public appearances, Clark is among the most visible figures in women's sports. Her choice emphasizes sustainable success over quick wins. Yet, this narrative extends beyond a single athlete, it reflects broader trends in the landscape of women's sports. This situation reflects the current state of women's basketball, brimming with talent, energy, and promise, yet still navigating growing pains. Clark's decision may seem like a setback for Unrivaled, but it also serves as a reminder that for women's sports to continue progressing, leagues must focus on building trust, credibility, and meaningful opportunities for athletes. The message is clear, this isn't the end, it's a turning point. Fans, players, and supporters can play a role in shaping the future of women's basketball by staying engaged, promoting the sport, and backing leagues and athletes that prioritize growth, equality, and long-term success.